The tag along. The tag along presents folklore as behavioral enforcement. Taiwan. A grandmother goes missing. She follows something into the forest, something from the old stories. What makes this lethal is superstition made manifest. Taiwanese folklore warns about spirits, little children in red. If you see them, don't acknowledge, don't follow. Mountain spirits that lead people astray. The structure here is violated folklore as literal consequence. The grandmother sees a child, follows it, disappears. Her grandson finds footage, a small figure in red, always in the peripheral. Modern Taiwan doesn't believe in spirits. Old superstitions dismissed. But the folklore was documentation, not metaphor. The spirits exist. Everyone who acknowledged the child got tagged. Once tagged, it follows you home, corrupts your family. The only solution is traditional ritual. But modern people don't know the rituals. So the spirits operate unopposed. The mechanism isn't that tradition failed to protect. It's that abandoning tradition removed the protection. The folklore was teaching survival, and rejecting that teaching means facing the threat. But what if tradition doesn't resurrect the dead? What if it curses the faithful? Incantation. Incantation presents protective ritual as generational curse. Taiwan found footage. A mother warning viewers. Don't look at the symbol. Don't speak the name. And the warning is the curse spreading. What makes this devastating is religious taboo as viral mechanism. 6 years earlier, she explored a cult site, filmed a ritual. The ritual had rules. Never show your face to the deity. Never speak its true name. She broke all three. The structure here is tradition as binding agreement. Breaking the ritual released it. Her friends die slowly. Her daughter inherits the affliction. The only way to dilute the curse is to spread it. She films a documentary, teaches viewers the protective chant. But the chant is a curse. By speaking it, you accept the burden. You, the viewer, are being cursed right now by watching. The tradition doesn't punish the guilty. It spreads to the faithful. The mechanism isn't supernatural evil. It's mimetic tradition. The curse survives through transmission. But what if tradition doesn't punish vanity? What if it weaponizes faith? Double vision. Double vision presents religious martyrdom as serial murder framework. Type A. Victims in ritualistic poses. Each death mirrors religious transcendence. What makes this lethal is belief system turned execution method. Corrupt businessmen killed using traditional religious suffering. One drowns in his own fluids. One burns from internal combustion. One suffocates on insect. The structure here is faith as murder weapon. The detective is skeptical, but his partner understands. These are religious reenactments, belief weaponized through physiology. The victims believe they're cursed. Their belief manifests physical symptoms. Mind over matter. Be matter includes death. Is this supernatural? Or psychosomatic mass hysteria enabled by tradition? The film never confirms. The killer doesn't need supernatural power. He needs victims who believe in supernatural consequence. And tradition guarantees that belief. But what if tradition doesn't punish politically? What if it punishes vanity? Dumplings. Dumplings presents beauty tradition as cannibalistic transaction. Hong Kong. Aging actress. Desperate for youth. Traditional medicine offers a solution through consumption of the unborn. What makes this unbearable is vanity weaponized through cultural practice. Aunt May makes special dumplings, and the tradition works. Younger skin. Husband returns. But the tradition demands escalation. First trimester fetuses, then second trimester, then fresher ingredients. Each level more effective, each level more horrific. Youth isn't earned, it's transferred. Traditional Chinese medicine becomes the framework, not because the tradition is evil, but because desperation finds tradition flexible. The tradition turns against her. Her body rejects the practice. The youth she consumed expels itself. The mechanism isn't supernatural punishment.
嗰個女仔同李生講咩啊？
哎呀，我唔知㗎。
It's biological rebellion. But what if tradition doesn't weaponize faith? What if it resurrects the dead? Rigor Mortis. Rigor Mortis presents funeral tradition as reanimation protocol. Hong Kong apartment block. Former actor moves in, discovers the building practices juncture ritual. What makes this impossible is ancestral tradition consuming the living. Juncture are hopping vampire, corpses reanimated through improper burial. The apartment has a history, murder, suicide. Bodies prepared incorrectly. Traditional funeral rites become resurrection mechanism. A Taoist priest performs ceremony, tries to maintain balance, but keeping the dead peaceful requires specific protocol. Modern Hong Kong doesn't follow protocol. When rituals lapse, tradition turns aggressive. The juncture hunt. The apartment becomes feeding ground. The building is structured around traditional feng shui designed to trap energy. The priest uses traditional counter ritual, but every solution requires deeper tradition, and deeper tradition requires sacrifice. The mechanism isn't that tradition failed.
We should stay like this forever.
Sounds good to me.
It's that tradition succeeded, but its purpose was never to protect the living. Detention. Detention presents political tradition as delayed punishment. Taiwan, 1962. Martial law, book banning, and students who resist face consequences beyond death. What makes this devastating is historical guilt made supernatural. A reading group forms in secret, but tradition demands conformity. The structure here is political memory as haunting mechanism. Students are caught, executed. The school becomes cursed, but the curse doesn't punish the regime. It punishes collaborators, those who betrayed others to save themselves. Banned books become supernatural objects. Executed classmates become vengeful spirits. Every classroom holds accusation. Every hallway demands confession. The tradition of silence becomes impossible. The mechanism isn't random haunting. It's political tradition turned against those who enforced it. Which is worse, following tradition and being consumed by it, or rejecting tradition and discovering it was the only thing keeping something else away?